Please take your seats and silence your phones. And now, please welcome to the stage Christopher Stone and Jacob Mendez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Stone, and I have the honor of serving as this year's Faculty Senate President. Our Faculty Senate includes representatives from every academic unit on campus and plays a vital role in shared governance here at Wichita State.
Hello, my name is Jacob Mendez, and I have the privilege of serving as the 2024-2025 Staff Senate President here at Wichita State. I'm honored to work alongside our dedicated staff senators to advocate for the voices, concerns, and accomplishments and the needs of our WSU staff.
Last year, the Faculty Senate focused on a number of important initiatives, including revising university policies and streamlining our committee structure to improve efficiency and effectiveness.
And last year, our Staff Senate continued building momentum through key initiatives like our second annual Strive Conference, and of course, the continuation of the Admins Coming Together initiative, and awarding the Staff Independence Tuition and Fee Scholarship, which was featured in our annual Founders Day. We also hosted our first annual staff retreat, where we developed focusing on our priorities to guide and strengthen our impact on campus.
This summer, Jacob and I had the privilege of participating in the President's Retreat, where we joined campus leaders in setting priorities for the upcoming year and beyond. One of the major discussions centered on reviewing and updating the university's strategic plan. The plan is essential. It guides our decisions, shapes our goals, and ensures that our resources are aligned with the university's mission and values. We're proud to contribute to this meaningful work that will shape the future of Wichita State.
As plans evolve and our work takes shape, one priority we're excited to tackle together and against each other is the annual Stock the Shocker Support Locker Challenge. This friendly competition between faculty and staff is a fun way to make a meaningful impact on our campus community. And this year, we're also adding a coat drive to help keep shockers warm this winter. Stay tuned on more details as you can get involved with that on campus. And which side will come on top?
It's going to be us.
We'll see.
Looking ahead, the Faculty Senate is excited to take on several key projects. One of our top priorities is collaborating with academic affairs to create a university-wide workload policy. This policy aims to promote equity and transparency across all academic units. In addition, we will continue reviewing and refining existing policies to better reflect current practices and keep pace with the rapidly evolving landscape of higher education.
So during our annual staff retreat, we focused on intentional goal setting, building relationships, and identifying our priorities that will guide us throughout this year. Our goals this year include raising the visibility of Staff Senate across campus, broadening our access to professional development opportunities, and also fostering a culture of retention, well-being, and improved onboarding and training for our new senators, each aimed at strengthening support and advocacy for the WSU staff. We're also excited to continue many of our traditional events and initiatives that bring our campus and community together and celebrate the important work of our staff.
Each spring, the Faculty Senate holds elections for new senators and seeks volunteers for our many committees. Broad faculty participation is essential to maintaining a vibrant, inclusive, and effective system of shared governance. If you're interested in getting involved, either as a senator or by serving on a committee, we'd love to have you.
As a senator over the past 2 years now, and now as Staff Senate President, it's an honor to be entrusted with advocating for the voices of staff at Wichita State. I'm here to listen, support, and serve as a strong voice for our community. I'm especially looking forward to meeting more of you and new people this year and learning the stories. Staff Senate is here to support you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to your senator or myself with any ideas, questions, or concerns.
For this year's fall address, we're going to hear from Wichita State University leaders who will talk about our priorities and all the initiatives and programs we're creating to advance them, foster student success, and serve all our communities.
And also throughout the program today, you'll see clips behind us of an episode of the College Tour, a nationally streamed series that showcases college campuses across the country. It's a part of our broader marketing efforts to share Wichita State's story with the prospective students, families across the nation. You can watch the episode at wichita.edu/college tour or stream it on Amazon Prime.
Thank you all for being here today. We look forward to a productive, collaborative, and inspiring year ahead.
let's meet Leah. She is here to tell us all about the Fairmont College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which offers an incredibly diverse range of majors and minors, from chemistry to American Sign Language and Communication to Homeland Security. Take it away, Leah.
Thanks, Alex. Hello, everyone. I started exploring colleges as a freshman in high school, and Wichita State was my very first visit. Ultimately, I chose to go with Wichita State because of the people and affordability. I felt valued as a potential student during my visit, and WSU offered many scholarship opportunities. I've been part of the Fairmont College of Liberal Arts and Sciences as an undergraduate and graduate student. LAS is the oldest and largest college on campus, and it has a diverse range of majors and minors, which allow me to branch out and explore new subjects. With the best professors and advisors, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics with an emphasis on statistics, 3 minors, and a certificate, all while on the honors leadership track. Wichita State has an abundance of applied learning opportunities. 2 of my favorites have been studying abroad and an internship I secured with the help of the Criminal Justice Department. I received a scholarship through Wichita State to study criminal justice in London and Rome, and I also interned with the Wichita Police Department as a data analyst. Wichita State is home to the Sedgwick County Law Enforcement Training Center, as well as the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives Crime Gun Center of Excellence. I now work for the WPD and Wichita's Crime Gun Intelligence Center, a joint endeavor between WPD, ATF, and WSU. This would not have been possible without WSU programs. I knew I made the right decision when choosing Wichita State. The supportive community enabled me to explore various minors, secure my internship, study abroad, and ultimately land my full-time career. The dedicated individuals at Wichita State made all the difference. Now I need to get back to finding felons with formulas.
Good afternoon, Shockers. How are we doing this afternoon? Good. My name is Kevin Saul, and I'm blessed to serve as Director of Athletics at Wichita State. It's great to be here to share a quick snapshot of where we are as a department, not just in wins and losses, but in the bigger picture of how we make Shocker athletics accessible and affordable. Today is about opportunity, impact, and the Shocker way, the values that drive us forward. Shocker Athletics currently supports approximately 270 student athletes representing 30 states and 24 countries. That's a diverse global family right here in Wichita. We provide 164 scholarships worth $6.6 million to over 200 athletes. And here's something to celebrate. Half are first-generation college students, and nearly 1/5 receive federal Pell assistance. That's access, affordability, and opportunity in action. Our mission begins in the classroom. Across 6 academic colleges, our athletes pursue 68 unique majors. Shocker student athletes have achieved 40 straight semesters above a 3.0 department-wide GPA. And this past fall, we set a record of 3.53 department-wide. Graduation rates and GPAs consistently outperform the general student body. This sustained excellence is proof that you can excel both in academics and athletics. We develop the whole person, the student, the person, the player, and eventually the professional. We aim to build leaders of character, competence, and consequence for people who will make a difference far beyond the field. We also develop current and future community leaders, understanding each and every one of our student athletes will be expected to serve as leaders in their respective future communities. That means teaching integrity, stewardship, and competitive excellence as a part of every Shocker experience. To win consistently, we must align resources with our expectations. Conference championships, NCAA postseason play, National Directors Cup standings, these are the competitive scoreboards we measure ourselves by. Our goal is not to just compete, but to compete for championships year in and year out. There are 365 Division I athletics departments nationwide, and our goal is to consistently be in the top 100. Last year, the Shockers finished 151st with 108 points. That's 96 places better than the year before, and 35 spots ahead of our 7-year average in the American. That's steady, measurable progress. The year before, we were 247th with just 34 points. This past year, we finished 6th in the American, only 5 points shy of 3rd place in the American Athletic Conference. That's our second best finish since joining the league. It shows how quickly that we can climb when momentum and focus come together. In men's basketball, we're building our new future, and history is being made. Coach Mills now ranks 3rd all-time in total wins through 2 seasons, with the best back-to-back win total in 37 years. We made our first postseason appearance in 4 years and posted our most non-conference wins in 5 years. That's a foundation for even more impactful accomplishments ahead. We have bold goals as it relates to championships and Directors' Cup finishes, goals we are laser focused on achieving as we together fight for Wichita. During the season resulting in our 2013 Final Four, Shocker Athletics generated $555 million worth of combined media exposure for Wichita State. That's millions of eyes on our brand, on our city, on our programs, and it strengthens recruiting, donor engagement, and community pride. Shocker Athletics contributes over $50 million annually to the local economy, from hotels to restaurants to local suppliers and service providers. Shocker Athletics is a significant economic driver for Wichita and the state of Kansas. We enhance campus life, raise the university's profile. We help attract and retain students. Athletics is a key part of Wichita State experience, creating energy, community, and a sense of belonging for our students, faculty, alumni, and staff alike. Athletic success, when combined with critical initiatives such as strategic enrollment management and the focused and directed Shocker City and Shocker Select Scholarships programs, generates greater applications and enrollment for Wichita State University. In these ways, Shocker Athletics helps families through access and affordability. We support Kansas businesses with a steady talent pipeline, and we contribute to economic growth through higher education. Athletics is more than games. It's about preparing people for lifelong success. As we speak, Wilkins Stadium, home of Shocker softball, is undergoing a $10.65 million Phase 1, providing state-of-the-art facilities capable of recruiting and developing a consistent championship-level softball program equipped to compete not only in our league, but also regionally and nationally. Additionally, University Stadium's massive transformation has not only yielded record attendance at State High School track, where over 2 days, 31,300 participants and spectators brought $7 million of direct economic impact for the city of Wichita and Sedgwick County. This facility will become the future home of numerous campus events, enhancing campus life, community events, community engagement, student recruitment efforts. At the end of the day, Shocker Athletics is about more than the scoreboard. It's about preparing leaders, strengthening our community, and opening doors for the next generation. That's the Shocker way, and it's only possible because of your support. Thank you for believing in our mission and our people. Now I want to show you a video to demonstrate what the Shocker way looks like and how we fight for Wichita.
What does it truly mean to be a Shocker? To represent a city in black and yellow, to compete on a foundation laid by legends, to carry forward a legacy etched in sweat, grit, and triumph. It begins with something deeper than talent. It calls for an embrace of the underdog spirit, not as a weakness, but as a weapon. Because being a Shocker means more than simply showing up. It means to push through when the odds are long and prove again and again that greatness can be forged in the fire of adversity. And when that greatness is achieved, it's never just for yourself. It's for something bigger, for Wichita State, for the name across your chest, and for every single person that name represents. Wichita is a city of pride and perseverance. with a legacy of innovation, or not of ease, but of effort. It's a place where nothing is given and everything is earned. And it expects no less from those who wear Wichita with honor. To meet that expectation is no small thing. It cannot be faked. It cannot be taken lightly. It demands the real, the raw, the relentless. That is the essence of being a Shocker. Selfless resolve, extraordinary effort, and a relentless fight. We fight for each other, for our legacy. We fight for Wichita.
Good afternoon, Shocker family. It's so great to see each and every one of you. Thank you for being here and for the impact you make each day on the lives of our students. Your work helps power the momentum we're building at Wichita State, even in the face of headwinds across higher education. Enrollment trends across the country are sobering. The number of college-bound students continues to decline, driven by demographic shifts, changing perceptions about the value of a degree, and a shrinking pool of high school graduates caused by declining birth rates since the early 2000s. Here at Wichita State, we're facing these challenges with an approach rooted in access, affordability, and applied learning. Through our strategic enrollment management plan, we're building a university-wide culture of outreach that improves the lives of the students who are here on our campus, and we're helping improve that experience at every stage. And because of your contributions and your commitment, we are seeing results. Since setting our first time in college enrollment goal at 1,600 students in 2020, we have surpassed it every year. And we are on track to do it again this fall for the 5th year in a row. And I don't know about you, but that deserves an applause. Wichita State's overall enrollment is projected to hold steady this fall. And in today's environment, flat is strong. It reflects the work we've done to expand opportunity and to support our students at every level. And while the total head count will remain stable, we are seeing a shift in the demographics with growth in our non-degree seeking and workforce-aligned programs, alongside a decline in international student enrollment. This changing enrollment landscape requires us to think differently about who we serve and how we meet their needs. Wichita State remains the most affordable research university in the region, and we've built a model grounded in paid applied learning and a relentless focus on economic mobility. That's what it means to be a student-centered, innovation-driven university. And it's why we're built to serve Kansas. That same commitment to access and opportunity extends to students who started their journey with us, but they had to pause along the way. This fall, we're strengthening our efforts to bring back students to finish their degrees. The Shocker Comeback program helps a returning student to WSU pick up where they left off, particularly those who have completed more than 60% of their degree before stepping away. These students didn't leave because they lacked the ability or the ambition. They paused their academic pursuits because of real barriers that can disrupt their progress, such as financial strain, academic challenges, family responsibilities, or just life circumstances beyond their control. Last fall, we welcomed 38 comeback students, and this fall, we will welcome close to 45 students who have already re-enrolled with dozens of other students in the pipeline. These students are reclaiming their future, and I'm honored that we're a part of that journey. We are also designing career path programs for working adults who hold some college credit or a credential, but no degree. And we're extending our support through lifelong career navigation, offering WSU alumni and community members continued access to skill-based programs tied to in-demand jobs, curated job boards and professional resources, and partnerships with employers for upskilling. This is about long-term success, and Wichita State is committed to our graduates in serving our community every step of the way. And at the same time, we continue to strengthen our student success and persistence work. Over the past 2 years, our fall-to-fall persistent rates have improved by 6.4%. That's a direct result because of you, putting into place everything across campus, several practices. We've made real gains, and now we're accelerating that momentum by focusing on 3 key areas, using academic data to drive decisions, such as course fill rates, DFW rates, and graduation timelines. We've identified barriers and built better systems. We're standardizing our academic advising so that every student is receiving consistent, high-quality guidance. This includes shared academic maps, enhanced advisor training, and continued investment in the Navigate platform. And we are creating structured academic pathways that help students move between majors without losing momentum or time towards graduation. This includes meta-major-based learning communities for all of our first-time students, connecting their coursework to career exploration and campus engagement. We're also ramping up financial outreach, helping our students understand and maximize the resources available to them. Finally today, I want to touch base with you on our work to reimagine Wichita State's strategic plan. It's an effort that began this past spring. With our HLC accreditation, the shifting national context, and evolving university priorities, it was time to rethink and refresh our plan. Specifically, we've shifted from a focus on presidential priorities to university priorities, reinforcing that this work belongs to all of us. And while the framing has evolved, the focus remains the same: expanding access and affordability, building a talent pipeline that meets employers' needs, and increasing economic prosperity for our state. And as we've worked to reimagine our strategic plan, we've pulled guidance from several areas. The Kansas Board of Regents Building a Future Plan, the Higher Learning Commission, as well as specialty accreditation from over 30 accrediting bodies, state and federal mandates, executive orders, and laws, as well as leadership and stakeholders across campus to streamline and align our goals. This fall, you will see 3 university priorities: access and affordability, talent pipeline and development, and economic prosperity. You will also find aligned strategies: student-centeredness and campus culture, partnership and engagement, research and scholarship. We also are working to consolidate our institutional values into a single unified set, and your input will be essential. Be on the lookout in tomorrow's WSU Today for a link to a survey and your opportunity to inform our strategic plan. And in addition, this semester, we will be reimagining the tactics for each of our 3 university strategies, where you will be invited to help shape the growth of Wichita State through these actionable steps. There's more to come. Together, we're building a future-focused university rooted in purpose, progress, and possibility. The work ahead will take all of our collective efforts, and I'm confident that we're ready for it. Our students and our future depend on the work we're doing together, so thank you for being a part of it.
Let's meet Dimitri, a student who's taken advantage of all that the College of Engineering has to offer. At Wichita State, engineering students start solving problems the moment they step into the classroom. The university's industry connections allow students to get real-world, hands-on experience throughout their educational journey. Take it away, Dimitri.
Thank you, Alex. I'm excited to share my journey with you all. I've always had a passion for innovation. So when it came time to choosing a university, Wichita State was a natural choice. The university's strong engineering program and connection to the industry convinced me that this is the place where I can turn my dreams into a reality. Since joining the College of Engineering, my time here has been incredibly fulfilling. I've had the chance to bring my creative ideas to life, building projects such as an Iron Man suit with a rocket launcher and even a Thor hammer only I can lift. One benefit WSU students get is a free membership at GoCreate, a co-collaborative. GoCreate is a makerspace on campus where you can create almost anything utilizing the specialized machinery and training available. Additionally, my work at WSU's National Institute for Aviation Research has allowed me to dive deep into advanced robotics, and I've been able to present my research at national conferences. The College of Engineering is dedicated to student success, and the Engineering Student Success Center plays a crucial role in this. The center offers support for incoming students through personalized one-on-one engagement and activities designed to help students grow academically, personally, and professionally. I've been able to support my community through programs and organizations that work in tandem with the center, such as Go Baby Go, where we modify ride-on toy cars for physically impaired children. Beyond engineering, I've been able to represent Wichita State as a tour guide, president of student ambassadors, and as student of the year. I also started the Sri Lankan Culture Association, where we support international students and throw cultural events. Looking forward, I plan to attend medical school and bridge the knowledge I've gained at WSU with the blossoming medical field here in Wichita.
Hi, I'm Jen Friend. I'm the Dean of the College of Applied Studies. And I'd like to begin with an early preview of an announcement that reflects both our history and the future of our college. Pending Kansas Board of Regents approval, we will soon be proudly known once again as the College of Education. In 1926, the College of Education at Wichita University was founded with 2 professors and about 24 students. Today, we are a thriving college with 2,600 students and 350 affiliation agreements for applied learning opportunities. College of Education is a name that reflects who we are, a community committed to education, learning, and leadership in every setting. I started my career in education as a middle school teacher, and I'd like to share a personal reflection about my own university and student teaching experience back in 1992. And you can see the future shocker in my jacket. I was trying to balance a lot. I was teaching 8th grade language arts at a Kansas middle school by day, and at night and on the weekends I was working as a waitress to cover my rent and car expenses and groceries. I remember carrying stacks of my 140 students' journals with me to write feedback during my 15-minute lunch break, thinking about lesson plans while serving customers at the restaurant. Like so many of our students here at Wichita State, I was walking a tightrope between financial survival and educational success. Student teaching was such a valuable experience because it gave me a chance to actually apply what I'd learned in a real classroom and grow more confident as a future educator. But looking back, I wish I had been paid for that experience. Like many of our students today, I was juggling multiple responsibilities just to make ends meet. A paid applied learning opportunity would have eased the financial pressure and allowed me to focus more fully on becoming the teacher that I aspired to be. And that's why applied learning is so important here at Wichita State University. Applied learning guides how we support students and connect with the community. It gives students meaningful, real-world experience while they are earning their degrees. And it's one of the ways Wichita State prepares students for their careers, it keeps education accessible and affordable, and it helps grow the talent that our region depends on. The CIS Student Teaching Applied Learning Project is one example of our commitment to expanding paid applied learning opportunities and supporting students in their professional journey. For the fiscal year 2025, the project received almost $525,000 to support about 78 students and help offset cost of living expenses. For the current fiscal year 2026, the project was awarded more than $546,000 that will fund 84 pre-student teaching experiences with $1,440 scholarships, in addition to supporting student teaching experiences with $5,000 scholarships. Yes. And each of these numbers is more than just a statistic. We see the same momentum in our teacher apprentice program, which just reached a record fall enrollment of 724 students, a 7.4% increase over last year. Yeah, congratulations. The TAP program is an innovative student-centered pathway to teacher licensure that allows paraeducators to earn their degrees while working in classrooms across Kansas. The growth is testament to the commitment of our faculty and staff, including TAP coordinator Jill Wood, department chair Julie Teeley, and the outstanding advising team led by Emily Stevens and Nicole Woods. And it reflects our collective impact in addressing the state's teacher shortage through accessible, affordable, and workforce-aligned education. And these successes, whether in TAP or student teaching, all come down to the lives that they transform. One student whose story illustrates the power of applied learning is recent sport management graduate Tyler Wynn. His journey at Wichita State was shaped by hands-on experiences. After transferring from a community college in 2023, I met Tyler at our college ice cream social. He quickly connected with faculty and gained valuable internships with the Wichita Thunder, Peak Sports Management, the Kansas City Chiefs, and NCAA March Madness. And Tyler was one of 2 outstanding graduating seniors in the College of Applied Studies, maintaining a 3.94 GPA while serving as a CIS ambassador and becoming certified by the National Society of Leadership and Success. It was a privilege last May for me to meet Tyler's family and celebrate his academic achievements and his valuable applied learning opportunities, all because he chose Wichita State. We also see the power of applied learning across the entire university in programs that address real community needs while training the next generation of professionals. To name a few, the WISE Clinic supports our students and our community by providing free mental health services while training future counselors. The Molecular Diagnostics Lab and the Textron Aviation Help Hangar give students hands-on, industry-ready training. Alsace-Suvos and Wichita State's efforts as an emerging Hispanic serving institution demonstrate commitment to serving our communities. And the Dental Hygiene Clinic and Speech Language Hearing Clinic provide care to the public while training dental and SLP professionals. So why does Wichita State lead in paid applied learning? Because we invest in partnerships, innovation, and career readiness. The Innovation Campus brings industry partners directly into the learning environment. We connect students with real-world experiences that are aligned with university priorities, growing the talent pipeline and supporting economic prosperity and ensuring access and affordability for all. Applied learning is not just an extra at Wichita State. It's a promise that's embedded into our programs from day one. If you're already doing this, I want to say thank you. And if you're not, I invite you to think about what you can do to continue to advance paid applied learning at Wichita State. How can you join this momentum? And how can we work together to ensure students have opportunities to gain meaningful and paid real-world experience that prepares them to succeed? Thank you for all that you do to make this possible. Let's have a great year.
To tell us all about the value of a Wichita State education is Madi. WSU is the most affordable public research university in Kansas, and that's a point of pride for Shocker Nation. That affordability comes with big opportunities for students to learn, build their resumes, and make a real difference in the professional world once they graduate. Tell us more, Madi. Take it away.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. From a young age, I knew I wanted to go into a career that would allow me to make a difference in people's lives. I also envisioned forging a path away from my hometown, but staying close enough to where I can visit family on the weekends. I chose Wichita State because it's close to home without being too close. It's super affordable, and it offers great educational opportunities. Affordability was one of the most important things for my family and me. WSU offers tuition discounts to prospective students from places like Dallas, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, St. Louis, and Chicago, to name a few. The university also offers over $110 million in scholarships and financial aid annually, making a WSU education highly accessible. As a result, WSU graduates leave with less than half the average student debt of other college grads in the nation. Also, put your wallet away. All you need is a student ID to cheer on the Shockers at any home athletic event, enjoy fine arts performances, work out at any of the 11 Wichita YMCA locations, including the newest one on campus, build and create at a makerspace, and ride any of Wichita's public buses. Wichita State is at the forefront of developing the new Wichita Biomedical Campus downtown. It's a $300 million facility that's set to open in 2026. As a nursing student, I'm excited about the opportunities for collaboration, hands-on learning, and interdisciplinary engagement with other health professionals that this state-of-the-art campus will provide. I would have never imagined I'd be where I am today, and I definitely would not have accomplished as much as I have if I hadn't chosen WSU. I've made a great group of friends, I've had many career opportunities, and I feel very supported.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the start of the new academic year, and I want to thank each and every one of you for the energy, creativity, and commitment you bring to Wichita State. Earlier, you heard Dr. Ashley Jack talk about our revised strategic plan, a bold, integrated vision that centers students, culture, research, and engagement. I'd like to share how academic affairs is aligning with that vision in the year ahead, with a particular focus on how we advance economic prosperity for our region and state through higher education. We're launching a university-wide effort to expand career development and advancement into every academic program, giving students clearer pathways to jobs in key Kansas industries. Over the next year, each college will take a close look at the economic sectors their degrees serve and identify 3 to 5 career paths to highlight. Take biological sciences, for example. That degree could connect to careers in clinical research, public health, or biotech regulation, all fast-growing fields in our region. From there, we'll map out the disciplinary, technical, and durable skills needed at each stage of a person's career, from entry-level leadership, and align those skills with existing courses. Then we'll bundle those into 15-unit career programs, each paired with paid applied learning opportunities from day one. These will be delivered through new, advanced digital platforms, expanding our reach and making it easier for people to start, grow, or pivot their careers from wherever they are. In this way, our academic programs are helping to upskill Kansas workers, fill talent gaps, and drive long-term economic growth, all while supporting individual opportunity and mobility. We're also continuing to invest in research infrastructure and graduate education. This year, deans will lead conversations within their colleges to establish clear metrics that guide faculty hiring and resource allocation. These conversations will help us to find smarter, more efficient ways of working especially in the face of ongoing budget pressures. We know resources are tight and expectations for higher education are shifting, but we are all problem solvers and we're in this together. One example of this mindset is our effort to pool existing funds to offer competitive doctoral assistantships, stretching our dollars while strengthening graduate programs. Another is to shift from costly individual labs to shared, state-of-the-art, university-funded core research facilities. This change will better position us to promote cross-disciplinary collaboration and brand our research more effectively at the institutional level. One of the most transformative efforts is the development of the Wichita Biomedical Campus. While it's true that the College of Health Professions will relocate to the new building, it's important to understand that a biomedical campus is our campus, a shared investment in the health of our communities and the vitality of our state's economy. As we look for ways to connect our main campus to the Wichita Biomedical Campus, we're exploring the creation of the National Institute for Health Solutions and Innovation, or NICI, modeled after NIAR. NICI could be comprised of research programs such as health systems design, behavioral health and addiction recovery, infectious and chronic disease solutions, oral, airway, and vocal health, and community health equity and access. There is much work to do, but NICI has the potential to significantly boost tech transfer and commercialization, connecting academic innovation directly to economic impact. We're also making strides toward establishing Kansas's first School of Dental Medicine, embedded within Phase 2 of the biomedical campus. This school will be a cornerstone of our focus on oral, airway, pulmonary, and vocal health, filling a critical need in Kansas and beyond. Together, these efforts reflect our commitment to being a student-centered, research-driven, and community-engaged university, one that's responsive to the needs of Kansas and bold in its vision for the future. This work is ambitious, and it's possible because of you. Thank you for your leadership, your collaboration, and your belief in what Wichita State can become. Let's make a year of momentum, impact, and shared success. Shockers up!
Welcome back, Shocker family. As vital members of our campus community, each of your individual talents and efforts contribute to the success of our university. Every day, your efforts help us help Kansas families through access and affordability, support Kansas businesses with a talent pipeline that meets employers' needs, and increase economic prosperity with higher education that benefits the Kansas economy. We will move forward together to become the premier, urban-based public research university, not only in Kansas, but also the nation.
How's everybody doing today? We have record number of people here, so thank you for being here. Thank you so much for all that you do at the university. First Gentleman Rick Case and I want to officially welcome you back to school. Rick's sitting right down there. Raise your hand, Rick. All right. Your commitment to Wichita State is especially appreciated during what's been a challenging several months. I know there's been a sense of anxiety as we've grappled with changes in policy, the state and federal levels that we're all hearing about, the softening of international enrollment, new expectations in athletics, and the funding pressures brought about by these changes. I'm sure all of us, me included, are experiencing some level of frustration and uncertainty right now. But remember, we're all in this together, just as we have dealt with other challenges in our past. And through each challenge, we have emerged stronger, more agile, and more united in our purpose. Past challenges didn't weaken our resolve. They sharpened it. They reminded us of who we are and what we're capable of when we move forward together. So today I want to talk about all the things that we're doing and share how we tell our story, how we tell the story of Wichita State University, who it's for, and the many ways we bring it to life. That story comes alive through the voices of our students, the impact of our faculty, the impact of the faculty research, the strength of our partnership, and the pride of our alumni and our retirees. Sometimes that story takes the form of data. Sometimes it's a conversation with a prospective student, or maybe it's a monument, like the new Flying W on Oliver Street, that uniquely signals who we are and where we're headed. I don't know if you know this, it's pointed north. So let's talk about where we are with the access and affordability. There are many initiatives to talk about. You heard Dr. Ashley Jack speak earlier about where we stand in our enrollment numbers. Yes, we might have a slight downturn, particularly with our international graduate students. But remember, we'll still have a very robust international student population, which brings such vibrancy to the fabric of who we are as an institution. We'll still focus on our energy where it matters most, ensuring every student who starts here has what they need to succeed here. Sometimes we forget to tell the great stories about WSU. For instance, our focus has never really been solely on growing numbers. It's about growing capacity to support, to guide, to empower our students on their journey to graduation. We expanded the resources that remove barriers, improve access, and to help every student stay on track to complete their degree. So as you know, academic and financial challenges remain the most significant barriers to our student success, which is why we're addressing those challenges at the heart of everything that we were doing at the university to support persistence and completion. Last year when I stood here, we were just opening the Shocker Success Center. While we anticipated that would be a transformational resource for our students, we have now confirmed that it's absolutely serving so many students. So listen to these numbers. There were more than 38,000 check-ins to the Shocker Success Center. That's amazing. One Stop went from 4,000 visits in 2024 to 6,000 this year. Tutoring at the Shocker Learning Center more than tripled to over 7,000 appointments. And our Shocker Support Locker, which helps so many of our students with food insecurity, went from 6,500 visits last year to more than 7,000 this year. So, I mean, the people in that office have done great work. Each of these visits and appointments represents a student finding support, removing a barrier, and taking a step closer to graduation. And while the Shocker Success Center addresses many academic and personal needs, we know financial stability and career readiness are also critical to persistence. That's why we prioritize giving the Shocker Career Accelerator a permanent and visible home in the Marcus Welcome Center's Millie Marcus Annex. We talked about this move last year, and now it's a reality. And here are some impressive notes from the Shocker Career Accelerator's first year in its new space. The staff met with more than 1,600 prospective students and their families during their campus visits, embedding career conversations directly into the admissions experience. That's the primary reason for that facilities enhancement. The results speak to volumes. As of beginning of this past July, 300 incoming fall 2025 students, that's about 13% of the incoming class, have already signed in to Shocker Central, WSU's new career platform. And a really cool thing, a new professional photo booth was installed in the Marcus Welcome Center, available to students year-round at no cost. While these activities are not unexpected, there are certainly solid confirmation that we're doing the right things for the right reasons. So I continue to work closely with the Wichita State University Foundation and Alumni Engagement to raise funds, and this past fiscal year was one of their most successful fundraising cash to date. Nearly $50 million raised. So let's give them an applause. Of these funds, more than half directly support scholarships and student-centered initiatives that ease the financial burden for students and their families pursuing higher education. Okay, changing subjects slightly. We also tell our story through the talent we cultivate and nurture. Wichita State is nationally recognized for our applied learning model, and that's not by happenstance. It's the result of years of strategic investment, strong industry partnerships, and a relentless commitment to student success. It's why we built the Innovation Campus and why we're investing in the biomedical campus. And I'll talk more about these in a moment. This past year, our students participated in over 9,000 paid applied learning experiences, earning over $35 million with about 700 employers. These students are earning while they're learning and gaining invaluable career relevance experience that sets them apart in the job market. Earlier in the year, the program, Dean Friend highlighted the $5 million in state funding that's allowing us to expand paid applied learning opportunities in fields where those experiences are typically unpaid. These include internships in the nonprofit sector, student teachers, and many of our students in the arts and humanities. That investment, alongside our ongoing efforts, makes our students more marketable to employers, eases financial pressures, and builds the workforce for Kansas businesses and industries. It also tells a bold story of economic prosperity, one that's grounded in innovation, growth, creative solutions, and collaborations. And there may be no clearer example of that story than the Innovation Campus, a place where the future is being built in 1,000 ways every day. Our Innovation Campus continues to expand its footprint and its impact. We're putting the finishing touches on the Hub for Advanced Manufacturing and Research. Once open, Hammer, as we call it, will be the largest university-based advanced manufacturing research center in the country, engaging approximately 450 students and numerous faculty researchers in hands-on projects that advance the future of manufacturing. Construction is also underway on a new forensics laboratory for the ATF, one of the only 4 such facilities in the country and the only one located on a university campus. This lab strengthens our emerging reputation as a hotspot for forensic science and criminal justice research. In direct response to workforce needs identified through our collaboration with ATF and other industry partners, we've launched 2 new graduate programs, Forensics Biology and Forensics Firearms Examination. All of this, from advanced manufacturing to forensic science, tells the story of a campus designed for what's next. It's one thing to talk about it, but sometimes it's better to show it. So let's take a look at this video of the Innovation Campus. Pretty cool. I want to thank Shelley Coleman-Martinson, her team, Mark Streit, Ryan Chastain, who put that video together. It's called a sizzle video, and it definitely does that. Speaking of growth and innovation, who here drives past downtown Kellogg, along Kellogg, every day to and from work? Raise your hand. Okay. Let me ask another question. Who here is married to the president who gets dragged down downtown every day to look at downtown? Raise your hand. So you all have seen it, right? The Wichita Biomedical Campus is transforming the Wichita skyline. It's a beacon of progress and a striking new landmark that signals what's ahead for our city and our state. With its location in an expanding healthcare corridor, the Biomedical Campus is a bold investment in healthier communities, research collaborations, a stronger regional workforce, and a more accessible healthcare systems for Kansas. Early this year, we proposed a feasibility study for what could be the state's first and only dental school. Wichita State's Board of Trustees recognized the significance of this effort and approved full funding for that study. And so by the end of 2026, we expect to have a clearer picture of what a dental school could look like in Kansas, including how it might help close critical gaps in oral health care, especially in rural communities. In partnership with Fort Hays State University, this work is another step in expanding healthcare and the healthcare corridor in downtown Wichita and strengthening our state's overall healthcare infrastructure. This is the kind of impact that elevates our entire state. By growing the healthcare talent pipeline, advancing interprofessional education, and improving access to healthcare, the Wichita Biomedical Campus is building a healthier, more resilient tomorrow for all of Kansans. It reflects Wichita State's commitment to serving the public good through a vision for the future that reaches far beyond our campus borders. So, I want to switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk about something a little bit heavier. I apologize. And while we continue to grow our physical presence and expand our influence, we're also investing in our own people. While everyone may not agree with market-based compensation, I want you to know we've made significant progress helping ensure our faculty and staff are recognized and rewarded for their talent and dedication. And once all allocations are complete, we will have invested approximately $3.5 million in recurring funding this year. And since the program's inception in 2023, we have invested $15.5 million into employee compensation. We have not been doing that in the past the way we should have done it. And I understand people's views on compensation. And I want you to know this is something, if I do lose sleep, and Rick would say I don't ever lose sleep, but if I do lose sleep, it's over this. I know our story is shaped by the people who work here, and I'm committed to adding more dollars going forward. Okay, another university news. We also have several leadership updates to share with you that has helped to shape our future and will help shape our future. Dr. Monica Lounsbury started as Senior Executive Vice President and Provost in January. You just heard from her. And Dr. Sarah Beth Estes officially stepped into her role as Dean of the Fairmont College of Liberal Arts and Sciences last month. Will you both please stand so we can recognize you? And we have some other leadership changes that some people are coming and going. Dr. Stephen Skinner has graciously stepped into the role of interim dean for the College of Engineering while we do a national search and as that moves forward. We'll also be celebrating retirements of two longtime leaders, Dr. Linnea Glenn May, who will retire at the end of the week, this week, and Dr. Terry Hall, who will retire at the end of the year. Dr. Glenn May's reception will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Woolsey Hall. And we'll be celebrating Dr. Hall's later this semester. Stay tuned for more information. Well, Linnea and Terry, if you're here, please stand up. I'm going to miss Linnea. I'm going to miss Terry too. But I'm going to miss Linnea. She's my buddy in the provost office for many years. Finally, I want to highlight just a few of the exciting events happening across campus that I hope you'll take part in. Welcome Fest kicks off next year, or excuse me, not next year, next week. And we'll have dozens of engaging events for our students. From the Next Level Garage Party to Clash of the Colleges and the Involvement Fair, it's a fun and meaningful way to connect with the new and returning Shockers alike. So please consider going to those events. Also, our long-standing fall tradition of Shocktoberfest brings together students, families, alumni, and the greater Shocker community for a week that blends school spirit, competition, and community in true Shocker fashion. This year's festivities will include a parade, my favorite, a brew garden, entrepreneur market, and we'll end with Shocker Madness basketball. So get your tickets, reservations, whatever you need to do to be there. All right. So, in speaking of telling our story, as I told you this time last year, that I wrote a book. And well, I told you I was going to write a book. So we wrote a book, a lot of help from across the campus. It's called Student-Centered, Innovation-Driven. It's a project that's very close to my heart. It chronicles Wichita State's transformation over the past decade through the lens of my association with the WSU campus. First as a kid visiting my grandmother, who was a secretary in the philosophy department, and now as president. The story is honest, reflective, and above all, a compelling look at a university's transformation unlike any other, and it's warts and all. And warning, some of you here may be quoted in the book. I'm just saying. So the book will be officially available for purchase August 26th. But on your way out today, each of you will receive a signed copy. I've signed 500 books with personal messages. And I hope you enjoy reading the book. It's not a real egghead dense, it's an easy read. There's also a bookmark included with information on how to order more copies if you want to share our story with friends and families or colleagues across the country, or order one for Christmas if you want to do that too. Okay, before we wrap it up, I also want to invite you to join me at the Beggs Ballroom in the Radigan Student Center for food and celebration, continued celebration. But I want you to remember, as we go along this year, let's keep building, let's keep aiming higher, onward, upward. Go Shockers!